This is Saturday, March 16th. We're in Schenectady, New York. Captains from Oneonta and Union meet at midfield to discuss with the referees what needs to be talked about at the beginning of the game. Puerta, Maseri, and Kilcourse, the captains for Oneonta. So the three Oneonta captains return to sideline for their final instructions from Coach Moan, and we're about ready to play some college lacrosse here at Union College in Schenectady. Both teams meeting at midfield, a couple seconds away from the opening face-off. Oneonta versus Union. Dave Kilcourse will face it off against Union. This is the opening face-off. We have Luke Rabideau on one wing and Vince Chatino on the other wing. And both middies approach midfield. Whistle. And picked up Kilcourse. Opening face-off won by Oneonta. And they will move the ball into their offensive end. Behind the cage goes to Puerta. Matt, guarded by a long stick, makes a move to the right. Fake pass. Gives off to Scatino. Gives off on top to Baelish. Brian gives off Maseri. Back to Baelish. Brian, left-handed pass to intercepted.
Check up.
And a nice clear by Union as Oneonta sets up their defense. Defense is Rabideau. Pass. This is Seth Baker on the defense, and they pass it way out on top. This is Union's first offensive play. Goes to his right. Quick pass. Nice check there by the defense. Shot save in front. Picked up. Cleared by Oneonta on a nice catch by Maseri. Mike takes it across midfield, top of the key, gives off to Baelish. Brian, right-hand cradle, we have a whistle. And the shot goes in. That was fake play.
It wasn't just me.
That goal was scored by Oneonta. They take a 1-0 lead, and this cameraman was fooled along with everybody else in the stands. But the important thing is Oneonta's up 1. And a nice clear there by the Red Dragons, and they'll bring the ball into the offensive end. This is Mookie. Left-hand cradle. Pass in front of the cage, shot. Picked up by the goalie. And across midfield, 1-0 Oneonta, opening minutes, first quarter.
Get him!
Ball goes down on the ground, but it's picked up by the midi. This is Luke on a nice check, but it was collected by the midi. Pretty defensive play, and Union maintains possession. Pass behind the cage. And back up on top. Union, patient, lays down on the defense. Shots left of the cage, out of bounds. Union inbounds behind their nets. Defense is Sussman. Switch on the defense. Baker. Checks. Gives up. Shot, save in front of the cage by Lauer, goes out of bounds, backed up by Union. We have a 1-0 lead here in Schenectady, New York. Oneonta on top. Union with possession. Nice defense. That's Mookie on the defense. And back on top. Kilcourse defending. This is a double team there, but maintained possession as Union. A shot goes wide to the right, but it will be backed up by them. Great defense by Oneonta here in the opening minutes of quarter number 1. Union has had possession for quite a bit, and that shot bounces in past goalie Mike Lauer. Ties it up with 1 apiece. Dave Kilcourse back on the faceoff. Shatino, Rabideau on the wings, picked up Union. Breakaway. Nice save in front of the cage by Mike Lauer. Picked up by Oneonta and Gildersleeve, who has a nice pass and a nice pickup. Seth Baker, nice clear. Oneonta pass to Amity. Pisciotti gives off to Shatino. Vince cradles, waits for some middies to come on. Gives off on top. Goes back to Vince. Vince moves to the left. Shot saved by the goalie. Nice left-handed shot there. There's an interception. This is Baelish. Bryan going right on cage. Shoot. Another nice save by the goalie. Ball out in front. We have a whistle. It's a crease violation. White ball for Union. 8:54 first quarter. 1 apiece.
Push him out! Well done. Let's go, you!
Successful clear for Union as they'll set up their offensive set. Defense there is Seth Baker, and we have a whistle. And a warning on Union, and Seth Baker plays the good defense, and he will move the ball up. And a nice clear. This is to Keith Adler. Keith across midfield. Left-hand cradle. Gives off behind the cage to Dan Backey. Backey. Spin move. Gives off to Puerta. Matt. Works his man.
Come on, ref!
Looking. Pass goes down and picked up Union.
Way to go, way to go, wait! Come on, right to the goal, right here! Nice,
shot.
Nice. Back him up.
Blocked by Lauer, out of bounds, Union ball. 7 minutes, 43 seconds, first quarter, 1-1. Oneonta versus Union. Here in Schenectady, New York. Union's shot goes in front of the cage, and we have a violation and a whistle. So that violation is against Oneonta, keeping the ball in the Union end. Nice check there by Oneonta. Clear. Adler. Keith goes behind the ball, gives up to Puerta. Matt, guarded by a long stick, goes behind the net. Left-hand cradle, spins, falls down. And it's going to give off to Mookie. Mookie being checked again by a long sticker. He's going to take it to the cage.
Nice. On him, Teddy!
And this is Kilcourse. And Dave settles things down up top. Back to Mookie.
Stay on him, Teddy!
Defense by the long stick. This is Kilcourse, and we have a whistle.
All right, well done. Let's go. Keep it up.
Moving back. So with 6 minutes and 7 seconds to play in the first quarter, we have our first penalty. This on Oneonta, 30 seconds. And Union will move the ball in from on top. Defense there by Matt Cook. Nice defense there by Oneonta, and it's man down team. That started with a Matt Cook play, but the possession goes back Union. Hard shot goes over the cage, out of bounds. Defense by Oneonta is man down. This is Matt Cook. Matt Blasey on the defense. Pass in front of the cage, shot, and we have a whistle. Crease violation, Oneonta ball. So looks like the man down team is warded off the penalty. Okay. This is goalie Mike Lauer with a 10-man ride, so gives off Luke, goes over his head. Four minutes, 34 seconds before the first quarter ends. Ball down on the ground, can be picked up. Nice check there, cleared and out of bounds. So a nice ride by the Oneonta Red Dragons. They'll have possession. So Oneonta, with 4 minutes and 15 seconds, has possession. This is Scatino's shot, hits the goalie, and chased down by the long stick for Union. And he clears up to another long stick, and they clear it to a midi. Defense, and there's a block there. Shot goes up.
Back him up. Good.
Pass in front.
Nice try.
Picked up Oneonta. Long clear gonna go to the goalie. He picks it up. He's out of the cage.
Nice.
Long throw to Amity, who takes it across midfield. Possession, Union. Defense there was Blasey, and Union throws the ball away. Going to be picked up by Oneonta's Luke Rabideau. Oh, correction, the goalie's going to take it out. Mike Lauer. This is Mike Masseri, gives off Lauer, the goalie. Gives off Luke. Rabideau to Amity, Masseri. And Masseri's checked.
Nice teamwork, Teddy. Check up. Go, Stucker. Pressure. Get him.
Shot goes left of the cage, out of bounds. Union ball. So Union with possession here with 2 minutes to play. Quarter number one. It's all tied up. Union 1 and Oneonta 1. Shot saved by Mike Lauer, gives off to, this is Scatino, gives off behind the nets. Mike back to Vince. Vince with a shot, hits the goalie, and going to be chased out of bounds. Should be Oneonta ball. Dan Backey to inbound. Minute and a half to play before the first quarter's over. Backey with a left-hand spin. Gives off on top. This is Blaisdell. Right spin move, gives off to Kilcourse. Dave with a minute left. Takes it back out of the box. Keeps possession behind the cage. Gives off Mookie. Mookie with a nice move to his left, going in toward the cage. A nice pass, but this is Kilcourse. So we're down to about 30 seconds before the quarter ends. Mookie behind the cage, guarded by a short stick, looking for a pass. His shot goes behind the nets, backed up Oneonta. So with 20 seconds, first quarter, Mookie to inbound. This is an Oneonta possession. Nice spin move. He's double teamed in the back of the cage, still hangs on to the ball, gives off. Hard shot saved by the goalie out in front of the cage. Picked up Blaisdell, and now thrown to the other end of the field to end the quarter number one. And the score, Oneonta 1 and Union 1 at the end of 1. Okay, this is the opening face-off of quarter number 2, 1-1 Union Oneonta in a good contest. This is Dave Kilcourse winning the face-off. And he moves the ball into the Oneonta end. This is Dan Backey. Gives up to Scatino. Vince hangs on. Gonna head for the cage. Decides to go behind the nets to Backey. Dan, right-hand cradle, gives off on top to Masseri, who gives back to Vince. Vince, right side, nice pass to Porter, dropped.
Nice. Go.
And this is Union
Teddy! Well done, Teddy! Go! Hey, pick up! Help! Where's his
with
help?
the clear.
Well done! Way to go! Teddy start!
Nice roll
Hit him out!
pass to the midi coming in. Defense, Gildersleeve gives off to another midi coming in. So Union switched middies and have possession with a fresh set of middies here in quarter number 2. The defense is Scatino.
Check him! Come on, John.
Behind
Take him out!
the net's shot, gonna go
Go, Tupper!
forward and saved by Union back into their end possession.
Jump, defense!
White. We played 2.5 minutes in quarter number 2.
Check him!
Still tied at 1 apiece. This is Vasari on the defense.
Nice job, Mikey!
And now Luke Rabideau. Nice defense by the Red Dragons. And Mike Lauer to give off to Luke. Rabideau looking for a midi. Gonna give off to give and go back to Luke. And he gets checked. And we have a whistle. So apparently Oneonta had called a timeout. It should be their possession. Mike Masseri inbound. This is after the timeout by Oneonta. Masseri guarded by a tall long stick. And it's good defense, but Mike gives off to Mookie. And Oneonta will switch its middies. And it looks like we're set. This is Mookie, gonna take his man, shot bouncing behind the net to Puerta. Matt cradles right hand guarded by a long stick. Looking, nice spin move by Puerta. Pass in front, shot saved by the goal. And he gives off to the middies, and it's across midfield on a breakaway. Saved by Lauer. And Mike on a long clear to Dan Backey, who collects it. He's gonna go. Got some numbers here. Nice pass, shot, goal, pretty play. Pretty play by the Red Dragons. Puerta gives off to Anthony Pisciato, set up by Dan Backey. And that started with a Mike Lauer save. So Dave Kilcourse back on the face-off. Scatino, Rabideau on the wings. And the whistle. And collected by Union. And he's checked. And the ball down on the ground, being chased down there by, collected by Union. Their shot saved by Lauer again. Pretty play by Mike Lauer, and it's going to be chased down there. Should be Oneonta ball. Good hustle there. Mike Lauer with a great save and a nice backup. And it's going to be Oneonta ball. Sussman, a nice out of bounds on that play, and he gives off Lauer. Mike going to walk the ball up. Oneonta up 2-1 here in the second quarter. Gives off to Sussman, and he's going to take the ball up. Left side gives off Mitty, and possession Oneonta. This is Baelish. Nice pass, Puerta, and that shot goes in. Baelish to Puerta for goal number 3 for the Red Dragons.
Let's go.
9 minutes, 53 seconds. And so far, this quarter belongs to Oneonta. They've scored 2 quick goals, and Dave Kilcourse comes up with a nice face-off. And Oneonta trying to apply some more pressure. Gives off to Dan Backey. Dan's behind the nets. And this is Anthony Pisciato setting up a play. Gonna go start behind the cage, loses his defenseman, and the ball is dropped in front of the cage. And still down on the ground, gonna be collected there by Oneonta and goes out of bounds. White ball. So they're gonna go to the goalie. Another long stick. Nice Oneonta ride here, causing some problems and they're gonna find is the open man here at midfield, and it's cleared by Union. Dan Backey playing defense. Back, that was Baker. Shot goes over the cage, out of bounds. Nice check in front of the cage. And picked up Lauer. Mike's double teamed by the defense, and a clear. This is Seth Baker. Seth gonna go across midfield, gonna try to find the open man, does, gives off to Brian Baelish, or excuse me, that was Matt Blasey. Behind the cage goes to Backey. So a nice clear by Oneonta after a great defensive play in front of the cage.
Let's go, Teddy!
And this, Vince Citino. Vince gonna take his man one-on-one here. Passes in front of the cage. Shot, oh, goes out of bounds. Backey from Pisciato. Dan takes his man, works his way, muscles his way in, but a nice save by the goalie. Ball way up in the air. Chased down by Oneonta on a nice pass. Still looking to put on some pressure. Shot Masseri. Left side backed up. Oneonta. This is Backey. Dan. Gives off Scatino. Vince, pass in, blocked in front of the cage. Collected by Union. And they'll try to bring the ball across midfield, which they do. A nice check there by It's a pretty play. Looked like a good play by Vince, and they'll be down a man. So for the second time this afternoon, the defense that plays man down will set up. They lead 3-1. We have 6 minutes and 25 seconds to play before the half. Defense is 1 for 1 on keeping Union from scoring. Hard, long shot goes in from downtown. 3-2. So back on the faceoff will be Dave Kilcourse. Killer has been successful on the faceoffs. Wing will be Rabideau and Mookie. This coming off a Union goal on a man-down situation. Kilcourse chases it down, gets pushed from behind, no call. And it's going to be collected there, though, by Oneonta. Not happy with the call there, but they do have the ball in their offensive end. Another push from behind, but Mookie maintains his balance, brings it behind the cage to set up the offensive set for Oneonta. It's 3-2 here with about 5 minutes to play before the half. Nice check from behind, and we have a whistle and penalty. So for the first time, Oneonta will have a man-up situation against Union. Pass in front. Long shot goes out of bounds, backed up Oneonta. Anthony Pisciati takes it, gives off to Puerta. Going to go back on top, back and back behind the nets. Pisciati with a pass goes over the head of. Nice play by Oneonta. Way to work together to get that loose ball. Pass, shot, save. It looked like it was probably a pass, but it was saved by the goalie or intercepted. And his clear is going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Oneonta ball. Both teams back at full strength. This is Chatino. Gives off Baelish. Brian makes a nice right-hand move. He is really hammered there. And there's about 3. His shot goes wide of the cage. Definite penalty against Union. This time Union with 2 men in the penalty box.
Let's go,
back to man up.
Be tough, Mike.
And this should be for at least 30 seconds. They'll have the 2-man up situation. Masseri pass, pretty shot, Pisciato. Anthony with the goal. And Mike Masseri with the pass, and Oneonta quickly back on the board, 4-2. Back on the faceoff, Dave Kilcourse, killer, wins another faceoff, and quickly brings the ball into the offensive end of Oneonta. This is Anthony Pisciato. He gets pushed from behind, and he's poke checked by the long stick. Gives off Matt Puerta. Puerta also makes a nice move toward the cage. Gonna have a quick pass. His pass intercepted by Union, and clear across midfield. And gonna go out of bounds. Black ball, I think. Okay, Ben Blaisdell to inbound to his goalie, Mike Lauer. Mike gives off back. A nice give and go by Ben and the goalie. And he puts a couple spins on his defensive man. Going to take it in, but the ball goes down on the ground. And it's collected by Union, and we have a whistle.
Oh, God, hankies everywhere, ladies and gentlemen.
And we'll see what the penalty is. This is white ball. Both teams, I believe, are at 5 on 5, I think. The alternating possession went to Union. Looks like we have a flag down. Nice defense there by Oneonta, but they're going to be a man down. It's a man down situation for Oneonta.
Gotta work hard,
No. This is the local newsletter.
Hard shot goes right of the cage, out of bounds.
They wrote up virtual.
Check him!
Okay, looks like they've worked off the penalty, but still an unsettled situation for Oneonta.
Good job, D.
Nice defense in front of the cage there to help out goalie. That was defensive play by Matt Cook. So we have 2 minutes to play before the half ends.
Check him!
Nice defense. And
Check him!
shot left of the cage, out of bounds, backed up by Union. Both teams seem to be at full strength now.
On defense! Check him!
Good D. Nice save by Lauer. Ball way up in the air, goes out of bounds. Chased down by White.
Steal the ball! Check him! Poke him!
Okay. Ball goes shot out of bounds, backed up by Oneonta. We have 1 minute to play and timeout Union. This is after the timeout by Union. See if they set up a special play. There's a goal. Guess they did. Killer back on the face.
Come on. He pushed him.
And it should be a push on White. Yes. And Kilcourse winning another face-off. So Oneonta with about 20 seconds or so. This is Puerta. Matt, back to Matt. A nice shot by Puerta. Wiggled it in. This is Pisciato from, well, yes, Pisciato gives off to Puerta, and Matt finds the net. And a big goal, huge. Oneonta looking for another one.
Check him!
And this time Union collects the face-off.
Check him!
Seconds remaining before the half. And we have a whistle. Should be timeout White. Okay. All right, this is 12 seconds going toward the cage. Just a nice check by Matt. And that was Matt Blasey with a nice play. And that play is going to end the first half with the Oneonta State Red Dragons up 5-3 in a great contest against Union. Opening face-off, second half, Oneonta 5, Union 3 in a great lacrosse contest. We have another half to play. Kilcourse will open up at the face, Rabideau and Schettino on the wings.
Come on, face off!
And Dave Kilcourse wins the face-off, but it's intercepted by Union, who's going to take the ball into their offensive end and slow things up. Baker on the defense. Seth muscling, and this is Matt Cook on the defense. Poke check. First possession goes to Union. Again, Matt Cook on the D, and we have a whistle. Warding, and it's Oneonta ball. Okay, this is Mike Lauer, the goalie, walks it up slowly. Gives off Sussman across midfield to Kilcourse. A good clear for Oneonta. Kilcourse being guarded by Longstick. And this is Dan Backey. Dan goes behind the nets, left-hand cradle. Switches to his right hand. Another nice spin move by Backey. This is Dan. Dan's shot hits the post, and it is picked up by the goalie. A nice clear here by Union. Up. Going to be intercepted by Oneonta. Nice clear to the midi, and he gets checked from behind. Ball down, Union ball. A nice check there by Matt Cook coming up, but the ball is still in play. And a long clear to number 20, and one-on-one with the goalie. Nice save by Mike Lauer, and the ball is kicked out of bounds. One-on-one save, number 2 for Mike. Union to inbound, guarded there by Seth Baker. 20 on 20. Seth. And it looked like another warding situation. And this is the defense of Matt Cook. Nice. Intercepted. Oneonta ball. This is Keith Adler on a breakaway. Gives off. Quick pass. Oh, shot. Good save, goalie. Good ride there by Puerta. Clear goes to Union. So a lot of action to begin quarter number 2. Ball's down on the ground. And we have a push and a penalty. So this the first penalty of the second half assessed to Oneonta. Defense is Gildersleeve out top. And Rab. Pass to the mid. He goes down on the ground. Passed out of bounds. Going to be Old State ball. Goalie Mike Lauer, spin move, gives off to Dave Kilcourse, and Oneonta with some numbers here. Shot over the goal, backed up by Oneonta. Backey to inbound. That was, he has possession. Shot gonna go in! And Matt Puerta with the 6th goal for Oneonta. This one from downtown. His last goal, he just slithered in toward the end of the second half. This one goes downtown. And Dave Kilcourse back on the faceoff. We have a 6-3 ball game. 10 minutes, 52 seconds left. First, excuse me. Oneonta ball. Looked like we had a moving pick there. They're going to pick it up. It's going to be Vincent. Vince splits the 2 defenders. Takes it into the offensive end. And we have we had some numbers. This is Messeri. Messeri being muscled by the defense. Oh, T. Smith. And there we have a whistle. Man-up situation for Oneonta. Nice pass. pass, another one, and fanned on it in front of the cage, picked up by the goalie. Long clear, going to be picked up by Lauer. Mike out of the cage, and he gives a long pass to Brian Baelish, who gives off to Masseri. Masseri looking for the open man, and he has a shot in front, back, ball down again. It's going to be collected by Union. A lot of action to begin the second half. 6-3 Oneonta. Baker on the defense. Guarding number 20. And we have a switch on the defense here as the ball goes to the right and back on top as Union switches their middies. That was Baelish on the defense, and in comes a midi for Union. This is an ISO play, double team. We have a penalty on that? Oh boy, what a call on that. And ball is going to go down, going to be penalty on Oneonta. So at the 8:41 mark, third quarter, Oneonta is going to be down a man. Man down situation for O State. On the shot, and the ball is going to go out of bounds. Oneonta ball. Great defense there by the man down team, and looks like John Mayer to inbound the ball. Waiting for the ref signal, and he clears to Matt Puerta. Matt's going to go in front of the cage. Shot goal by Matt Puerta. Matt Puerta unassisted, but we're going to give John Mayer a goal, an assist on that. Nice clear by John Mayer. Bounce pass to Puerta, and he took it one-on-one to the goal. 7-3 Oneonta. So Dave Kilcourse back on the face-off. 7-3 Oneonta. They've scored 2 goals here. They have Rabideau on the wing and Backey on the other wing, and we're waiting for the referees. I'm not quite sure, but White was awarded the ball.
Let's go, Tate!
Delay on Oneonta. And Union with possession. Hard shot saved by Mike, but there's a penalty on the play. Referees and Coach Moen trying to figure out the situation here. Flag is down, and we'll just have to wait and see. Oneonta makes some noise from the sidelines. And this is Oneonta State. Crowd's making some noise here. So I have no idea what's going on right now. It's just that Union has possession. Oneonta looks to be man down. Shot goes wide left, backed up by Union. On the ball, trying to savor this man-up situation. Nice save in front of the cage by Lauer. Another shot over the cage. And we have a whistle. They're going to give it to... ref's going to give it to, ref gives it to Union. 7 minutes, 40 seconds to play. Still man down, I think. And that pass goes down on the ground, but collected by the midi. And another ball goes down, and this pass goes behind the cage. Union trying to settle things down. Strong defense by Oneonta State. Luke collects it, throws it out, but intercepted by Union as they'll run the ball. Defense there by Matt Blasey. And this is Adler on the defense, back on top. And they're going to move the ball around the cage. Defense, Sussman. Pass in front, collected there by the O-State defense, and we have another whistle. Oh. Man, I believe in the crease to pick that ball up. So it's going to be Union ball again. So defense, Keith Adler. Pass in front, knocked down and collected there by Oneonta. And a nice clear there by Mayer to Matt Blasey. This is Puerta, spin move on top. Gonna left-hand cradle, settle things down. Guarded by a long stick. Matt cradles left hand. Being checked by the long stick. Takes it behind the nets. Gonna give off. This time to Vincent. Vincent. He gets hits on top of the head. And gives off on top to Masseri. Mike. One hand cradle. Gonna set things up. About 6 minutes to play, third quarter. Nice move. Finds an open man. Pass in front. Shot, goal. Pretty play. Vince Scatino with the goal and a pass from Dan Backey, but set up by Mike Masseri, and the offense looked superb on that play. Kilcourse back on the faceoff. And Kilcourse hangs on. Triple team, but Dave hangs on to the ball, and now Puerta makes his move toward the goal, gives off to Backey. Dan cradles right hand, gives off to Scatino. Vincent makes a move to his left, trying to find an open man, but the shot is blocked. Another pass picked up. Backey. Shot, save, goalie. The ball goes down and collected there by Union, but they throw it away. Nice ride there by Dan Backey. Inbound. Puerta. This is Vincent. Gonna take the ball right side, finds an open man. Oh, Backey picked up, shot, goal! Loose ball in front of the cage, picked up by Anthony Pisciato, and Anthony gets the goal. Timeout, Union, as Oneonta returns to its huddle and its coach. Had a very successful period number 3 here, scoring 4 unanswered goals. They lead at 9-3. Got 4 minutes, 25 seconds to play before the third quarter ends. Okay, this is after the Union timeout. Dave Kilcourse has been a monster, or as his teammates would say, a killer on the face-off today. He gets hammered. Doesn't look to be a flag, but this is Dan Backey. Dan gives off to Ben Blaisdell. Ben moves out on top, set up the play. Looks like it's going to be a one-on-one play to look for that open man. Pass on the crease is Puerta. Matt, nice shot, underhand shot by Puerta, hits the post and goes in, unassisted by Puerta. Goal number 9, number 10.
It's Oneonta, right?
Okay, this is Kilcourse again on the face-off. Balls goes. Face-off goes out of bounds, so they're going to play it over. Picked up this time by, and we have a whistle. Okay, it's going to be another face-off for Oneonta. And they'll switch middies. Okay, this is Matt Puerta. Gives off Vince Scatino. Vincent back on top. Baelish. Ryan gives off. Pass in front. Down. Picked up by the goalie. Going to be cleared here. Left side of the cage. To a short stick midi. Going to take it across midfield. And Oneonta sets up its defense. A nice check there, but long sticker still has it. And defense here, Matt Cook. Pass down on the ground, picked up Oneonta. Nice pass, dropped by Pisciato, but backed up. Should be State ball. And the Red Dragons, this is Messeri's shot goes in on a nice left-handed over-the-head shot, beats the goalie, the top left-hand corner of the cage for goal number 11, missed by Messeri, unassisted. Keith Adler on the face-off. Keith has Rabideau, and we have a whistle, and going to go over to, we had a violation on the wing. Union with possession. Defense here is Seth Baker. Seth's been on number 20 all day. Nice check there. Walks in, shot saved by Mike Lauer again. Quick pass to Baker. Seth going to take it across midfield. Gives off to the midi, and we have a breakaway. Oh, just that extra pass goes out of bounds. It's going to be Union ball.
Come on, let's go, White.
Oh boy, it was a pretty play by Puerta, but it's called for a penalty. Defense, man down for Oneonta. Shot behind the net, out of bounds. 56 seconds to play, third quarter. Oneonta holding on to the lead with their man down. Nice interception there, and out of bounds. Going to be Oneonta ball. Good defense by the man down team. Matt Blasey to inbound. Oneonta still a man down. They own an 11-3 lead with 43 seconds to play before the half. Matt's going to give off to his goalie Mike Lauer. Mike's going to walk it up slowly, gives off to Shushman, who quickly gives off to Adler. Keith across midfield. Cradles, gives behind the nets to Backy. Dan quickly moves toward the front of the cage. Pass in front. Save goalie. Gives off the long stick. Great ride there by Oneonta, but cleared by Union. His shot at the buzzer goes out of bounds, and Oneonta leading 5-3 going into this quarter has scored 6 unanswered goals and lead it 11-3. So we begin the final quarter like we did the first, with Dave Kilcourse to face off. Vince Schettino will be one of the wing men, and long stick Luke Rabideau the other. Score is 11-3 Oneonta against Union. And it's picked up by Union, who quickly moves it into their offensive end. But as quickly, the Oneonta defense is set up as well. This is Sussman. Muscling with that long stick, gives off on top. In comes a midi. Opening seconds, final quarter. Ball down on the ground and picked up and quickly released to Sussman, who gives off to the midi. Correction, this is attack. Matt Puerta gives off Vinny, and the ball's going to go out of bounds. Oh, yeah. So Union's going to have a midi take it up. 14 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the game. And we have a whistle. The ref wants the midi to move up. And here we go. Clear, Union. That pass is intercepted by Oneonta. And a clear, just out the outstretched hands of Luke, but picked up by Puerta. And Matt's going to settle things down. Pass in front, loose ball, picked up, intercepted, and picked up by the goalie. White ball. This is Union with possession. Long pass out on top. They're going to take a shot. It's right of the cage, backed up by Union. Oh, nice pass in front, but another save by Mike Lauer.
Take him out!
Shot. Out of bounds. Again, Lauer with the save. This is a man-down situation for Oneonta. And a pass goes over the head and out of bounds. Going to be O State ball.
All right, let's go, Teddy.
still down a man as the inbound that goes to the head of the key. This is Matt Blasey on the defense. Gives off back behind the cage and intercepted by Oneonta. This is Lauer, who gives a long pass down and going to be bouncing and picked up by Puerta, and Matt steps out of bounds. No, yeah. Nice hit. Ball down. Oneonta's ride's been spectacular. And Keith Adler stays with his man, gives off. Hard shot, gonna go wide right. Union down 11-3 has possession. Giannis' defense is tightened up and has played very well all game long. That pass in front going to be collected there by Oneonta. And this is Matt Blasey. Brings it in, gives off, and is with possession. Puerta going to give off to, well, this is Brian Baelish, gives off Messeri. Messeri, as the sun peeks out here at Schenectady, New York. This is Brian Baelish. Brian makes a nice spin move. And we have a whistle. Warding off on Oneonta. Clear, intercepted by Puerta. Matt stays with the ball. Gonna find the open man. Shot! Anthony Pisciato from Matt Puerta. Again. Goal number 12. And that goal brings the sun out here for Oneonta State. Sean Sullivan in on one of the wings as Keith Adler will face off. Rabideau also on one of the wings with the long stick. Adler and picked up Luke. Luke gives back to, this is Sullivan. And Sully spins, gives off to Puerta. Matt, nice check. Ball down and picked up Matt Cook. And again, Oneonta has possession. Shot save in front of the cage by the goalie. Ball is cleared by Union, but it's down on the ground, and it's going to be picked up there by Oneonta. Ball still on the ground, being fought for, and this looks to be Matt Blasey. A lot of action down there, but it's collected by Union as they go toward the cage. He's going to settle things down, bring it back up on top. Gives bounce pass to a midi, right side of the left side of the cage. 7 minutes and 50 seconds to play. Defense Adler. And this shot, goal for Union. But again, Mike Lauer with a tremendous afternoon today. Kilcourse facing off. Kicks it behind him. Going to be chased down by Union. Matt Cook on the defense at the 7-minute, 22-second mark of the fourth quarter. Oneonta on top, 12-4. Pass goes way behind the cage. Defense, Dave Kilcourse. Nice save, Lauer. Ball picked up by Seth Baker, and he gets hammered, double team. Ball still in play. Pass intercepted by Sussman, gives off Puerta. Puerta slowing things down. Takes his left-hand cradle behind the net. Being checked by Longstick. Gives up to Vincent. Chatino holds things up as Oneonta switches its middies, gives off to Baelish. Brian, nice spin move by Baelish. Gonna find an open man who takes it behind the cage. This is Dan Backey. Dan in with a great game again today. He's gonna move the ball right behind the cage, gives back up on top, and this is Chatino. Vince, guarded by a short stick, gives back up on top, and it looks like Oneonta is in no hurry to get a shot off. They have a 8-goal lead. There's a flag on the play. They're just going to work it around, try to get that open man. Shot in front of the cage, saved by the goalie. Penalty on Union. Mike Masseri inbounds to Dave Coughlin. Back to Dave. Back to Masseri. Masseri finds Baelish. Going to look in front. Shot, goal. Masseri finds Matt Puerta for Oneonta's 13th goal of the afternoon. Man up goal. Keith Adler back on the faceoff. Kicked forward and possession, Union. Baker on the defense. Nice, that was Matt Cook on a nice switch. Good defense, Cook. Pass. A nice slide there by the defense of Oneonta, but we do have a flag on the play. Okay, Oneonta appears to be down at least one man, maybe two. Shot saved by Lauer, and it's chased down by Union, but a great hustle by Mike Lauer. Shot saved, Mike. He's going to let it fly on a bouncer to the midi, which was, and have possession for Oneonta on a nice play there by Matt Blasey. The inbound to Matt Winchell. Winch gives up, gets pushed from out of bounds. Ball down on the ground, collected there by the Union goalie. This could be a nice ride here. Possession, Union. 3 minutes, 8 seconds to play. And a nice defensive play. Oh, by Sussman, and he spins and collects the ball. He gets hit, gives off. Oh, and a nice catch. Pass down in front, and a shot. Dan Backey bounces it in for goal number 14. So Keith Adler facing off with Battaglia and Rabideau on the wings. And collected there by Union. And they'll have possession. 2 minutes, 30 seconds to play in the contest. Oneonta and Union throws it out of bounds. Oneonta hanging on to a 14-4 lead. Okay. Nice check there. Pass in front, another nice save by Mike Lauer. And he's going to chase it down. Trying to find, he gets kicked out of bounds, and it's going to be white ball. Timeout, Oneonta. With a 14-4 lead here in Schenectady, New York.
Get him!
Shot goes behind the nets, out of bounds. Minute 31 to play. Hard shot, out of bounds.
Get him!
Ooh, pass in front, shot goal. Pretty play by Union for their 5th goal. Mike Lauer with a nice hand from the crowd. Played an excellent game. Ooh, some bodies falling on that play. And we have a penalty. Okay, James Battaglia to inbound here with the man-up situation, 45 seconds to play. Oneonta trying to get one more goal in here at the end. They lead it 14-5. This is Dave Coughlin, he gets hammered. And remember, Oneonta needed to keep it in the box. They did step out of the box, therefore. Possession, Union, on a pass that goes on the ground, the collected Battaglia. And he gets checked from behind, and he pushes, and we have a just
Check him!
Nice check by Coughlin.
10 seconds.
And this is Battaglia bringing it in. Going to try to get a shot off. Ball down on the ground. And we have a whistle. Okay, Matt Winchell to inbound for the final 3 seconds of this game. $14-5, Oneonta. Delay penalty on the Red Dragons. It's going to be and they're just going to hold on to the ball. And final score, Oneonta faces its second road trip test here in Schenectady, New York. Contest was even at 3 apiece. Then Oneonta scored 2 before the end of the first half. It was 5-3 at the end of the half. And then the Red Dragons, tremendous third quarter. And final score being Oneonta 14 and Union 5. Great offense, great defense, great hustle. And great game, guys. See you next weekend.